take. I was going to say you're not long after that, not long off the track, but it has been a little while now.
I've taken my time now.
Have you started to process what's just happened?
Yeah, I was so close to becoming another world champion, which is what the competitor in me keeps saying. But like, if you'd have told me last year that I'd get back to these champs and I'd come away with silver, especially the depth of 1500 metre running, I'd think like, yeah, like that is like a very, very far fetched like scenario. But I think as these rounds progressed, I got confident in each round. I progressed, like I'm saying, so I knew that the final I would have a chance. I just can't believe the podium like turned out as it was, and I don't think anybody else could. And all I wanted to do was make sure that I put myself in with a chance of winning it, and that's what I did. And I just pride myself on leaving everything I possibly could on the track, and I did that today, and I'm being rewarded with a silver medal. But it's been honestly such a bad couple of years for me. Like, mentally, I've just felt that the sport is just taking so much from me, and I've just not been rewarded with anything for the persistence. I've like invested so much in myself, both financially, like emotionally, physically, and I was thinking about it this morning. I was like, I've rehabbed 4 times back from injuries that have put me out for months, and I've had to like persist with watching these champs, like either from the stands or from the TV, or not even at all. Even for Paris, I didn't see it, but it just felt like, what am I doing this for? Like, am I literally never going to get this outcome again? Because it's just, I put so much into it, and everyone put so much into it. Like, my fiancée Georgie has changed her whole life for me to go and do this. She's like moved away from London, moved all the way up to Manchester, like for no reason of her own, just for me. And at points I was like, this just doesn't feel like it's been worth it. Like, I'm not happy like in what I'm doing here, because I just felt like I wasn't getting reward for my running. Like, even this season, like I missed trials, and I was just like, what is going on here? Like, I'm still not doing this, and I just didn't run as well as I wanted in Diamond Leagues. And I think I knew that by the time I'd come here, I was in the best shape possible. So I was just thinking to myself, like, in these heats, like, if I don't progress here, like, that's just for me the fine line to say that I'm done. Like, and then I felt amazing in my heats, and I was like, right, maybe there is life in this old dog. I felt good in the semis, and then coming into this, I had that freedom that I had in Eugene, where I was like, I know I'm just going to go out there and just, I'd probably say, like, express myself how I believe I can. And for me, that's just like showing that I can close well in a race, and if I do that, I know I had a chance. And I was so close. It's similar probably to what Josh had in Paris last year, where we were just so close to doing it. And we could have had a couple of us on the podium tonight, and I'm glad that one of us got to prove how good British athletics running is now at 1500. And I think it will take a few days just to realise like the mountain I've had to climb to get here. But it's been something that hopefully I'll look back and I'll be proud of, like how resilient I've been, because it's not been nice.
How much does this one mean compared to Eugene, because of everything that you've had to do? I mean, as you said, you've had knee surgery, you've changed coaches, you've moved from London to Manchester, changed your life. I made the move like to Manchester, or decided I was going to move there the day I hurt myself in some race before the Olympics. I said, like, I got to do something different here. Like, my body is just breaking down. I'm too far away from therapy that I knew I needed. So and then I moved to Manchester, and we did it without even like thinking. And it was only this summer where I spent a lot of time there, and like, I love where we live. Like, it's great, but my life was in London. That's where my friends were. Like, that's where my family was close to there. And I just had this like thing in my head where I was like, this just doesn't feel like I've made the right decision here. It just feels like I'm not my happiest. And like, I've still got to go back and like make more of a life there. But at this point, it's so rewarding knowing that that was worth it, because I did it for my running, and my running has gone to where like I hoped it would because of that. So there's been horrible decisions to make. Like, leaving my dad as a coach was like grim. I didn't think that was going to happen, and it's had like probably a bigger impact than I thought it would, just on my own head. It's amazing I've got myself into like a setup that there's so many people that care about me now, and I feel like this is for them, because they put so much time and effort, and I've demanded so much this year, because I'm a lot more fragile mentally and physically an athlete. I just get these problems that I like exaggerate in my head, because I've had so many problems in the past that have turned out to be bad ones. So I've had a lot of people that have had to reassure me and just make sure that I'm calm and level. And it just gives me hope that I've got a few more years left in this sport, because I thought at this point this was a year-by-year thing, and I didn't know how much longer I was going to keep going, but I know that I'm going to be trying to keep replicating this as much as possible now.
Yeah, that final 200.
Yeah.
How much bravery is involved in pushing that button again?
I don't see it as bravery. It's just what you got to do when you race. It's exciting. Like, that's what I describe it as. It's like, it's adrenaline. Like, I don't feel like it's brave. I just feel like it's just what I do. Like, that's what I will always try and do. Sometimes you get the chance to do it, sometimes you don't. And today I knew I would have a chance, and I put myself in a position to do that, and I gave everything I possibly could to try and win it, and I came away with a silver medal. So I've got to look back on that and think that that's more than enough reward for me.
And can you take us into the posing meters and how much you can sense what's happening behind you?
There was a bit of a screen, and I could hear like my dad in the commentary saying that Nada was coming. I just didn't know. I didn't think it was going to come like that. I don't know. I'll have to watch it back. My initial feeling is grim, that I still thought like I nearly won that. I'd love to have won it, but a silver medal is very, very close. So I've got to celebrate this.
But it felt like you put yourself in the right position. You were like second, third, fourth, like for the whole race.
Yeah.
And when you made your move, it was pretty decisive. You dropped everyone, so it felt like you did absolutely everything right. And yes, one guy had that crazy kick because he was coming from miles back.
Yeah.
So I guess you did everything right. Was there anything else you feel you could have done?
Nah, like what was I going to do? Like anything else I'd have done, I probably wouldn't have got second. I ran my best race, so that's what I've got to be content with and happy with. I chucked myself over the line because I've done more there. Like, I gave it a go. Honestly, I did everything I possibly could. So, like, no one would have predicted Nada to win this. And like, I don't know if people would have predicted me to medal. Like, I believed I could. So that's why I'm just glad that I was sat on that bus and I was like thinking like, am I going to be disappointed if I don't medal here? Because I feel like this is such a good opportunity. Like, that's the word I would use. It was such an opportunity for me to try and win. And sometimes you try and win and you get nothing. And I've tried to win and I've come within 300ths of a second. I've got a silver medal, and it's like so easy to be like, oh, I could have got more, but like I could have easily been sat on the sidelines again. I could have been like feeling like miserable because I've had another year of problems, but I've barely raced these last couple of years and I've come to a champs and I've managed to come away with a silver medal on a global stage. Like, if it wasn't for Eugene, I had no global medals, so I've added to my tally, and this one is a lot more special probably, like what I've had to come through, whereas Eugene was a story in its own right, but this one has been probably a lot darker a place to come back from.
Nick Gourley said felt the sport owed you one.
I believe so. I was saying to people down there, like, it's not a great, maybe the biggest close reference to our sport, but I really have struggled to keep myself busy, and I was finding stuff to watch, and I was like, I'll look on iPlayer and see what there is, and it was Tommy Fury's documentary, and it was John Fury said in it, you can't change destiny. He was like, you can't twist it, you can throw everything at it, but nothing will change what's meant to be will be. And I watched that and I was like, yeah, like, it's true. Like, if I'm meant to win this, if I'm meant to get a medal, that's going to happen. And I feel like I've got my reward from this, and all I can ask for is to do everything I possibly could and get the most out of myself, and I did that today. So this is the best outcome for me.
Looking like at the people who got to the final, obviously it wasn't like there was anyone who was going to take it out, right? So it was your kind of race. So I think when we spoke maybe a couple of weeks back, you were like, I'm not necessarily ready to run a 3:27 race, but if it's anything slower than that, you're in with a really good shot.
Yeah, I believe so. Like, I haven't lost what I believed I had asset-wise. Like, I think I'm still the athlete I was before, and I hope I proved that today. So yeah, it's just I've not had the chance to prove it. That's been the grimmest thing. Is I've had years in 2023 and 2024 where I've trained well, and I know that I've been capable of doing something similar, and I just haven't been able to get to that start line. So I just was like loving the fact that I got here and everything was going as well as it possibly could. And it's like, how many more global finals might I get? Like, I've got potentially 2027, 2028, and I might be done after that. I might not even have 2, 3. I might not even have 1. So like, you have to come here and make the most. If you sat on the sofa and the sidelines for the last 2, like, you got to come here and like take everything from it. And I believe I have done that today.
Congratulations. Thank you.